Well, we're back courtside from Southland Conference. Heath Schroyer, Jim Gazzolo. This is Polk Nation. Wild time for you.
It's March Madness, and it is madness. That is for sure.
Let's start with all of this.
Okay.
A couple years ago, we were sitting over there. You had a hard hat on. You didn't look quite as professional. You were a basketball coach from BYU.
Yep.
Coming in here, did you envision anything like this?
Not at that time. You know, when I took over as a basketball coach and was in the arena, it's like, hey, we could build something really special here. Now, again, that's when Sam Houston was in the league, and Abilene Christian, all that. I thought we could really build something, but
Sam Houston was the beast.
Yeah,
or as if it was
Stephen
the
F. But to see where we are now, I'm so proud of it, and I'm really even more proud of it sitting in this chair as an AD, because that's how all this really got going. Once I slid over, became the AD, I really, honestly, Jim, was able to look into the finances and just see that we had so much more growth potential in men's basketball. We need to do some things, to maximize that growth, and we were able to do it. And one of the big things is bringing the tournament here.
So, okay, you've got the tournament here. You also got the powerhouse in the league. Let's address the elephant in the room.
Okay.
Will Wade. Everybody's talking about will he be back for a third year and that. Yeah. Your goal, though, is to make it not a one-coach run.
For sure.
And so your key is to have this sustainable.
Correct.
How do you do that? And obviously you've done your homework on what would happen if, but that's the goal, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, look, we all hope Coach Wade comes back, and I'm in that camp too. And I think, he understands this is a great job, and he's done an unbelievable job here. But, he's not going to finish his career here.
No.
And when that time comes, and I've been prepared for that, and, you're never going to get Will Wade, but I will tell you this, that the infrastructure of this program, the infrastructure of this department, especially with Dr. Bruce here, my goal is to make this a perennial NCAA tournament team, that we're competing every single year for the conference championship and NCAA berths. And to do that, you obviously have to recruit and retain talent, and you have to have the right coach that understands how to win here, and what does the formula look like, et cetera, et cetera. And but we're in a way better situation now than we were before Coach got here, that's for sure.
All right, we're coming up after the break. We're going to have Chris Grant, the commissioner, here. Every coach I've talked to loves the tournament here. Not so much on this floor because of you guys, but they love it being in this town and being this as a facility. How important is that for you guys to kind of, as a brand, keep that going?
I think it's really big. And look, let's just call it what it is. There's nowhere else in this league that is centrally located that has this type of facility and has this type of community that has the hotels, the entertainment, and supports it. I was in this league when we went to Katy, and Katy was a ghost town. No one wanted to go to Katy. Bringing it in Lake Charles and having it here is a huge advantage to the league financially, and I think it's a huge advantage because we're centrally located, and it's easier to get people to bring their bands and cheerleaders and their fans. Like, we're filming this on Tuesday, the night of the semifinals. This place will be packed for the semifinals.
Yeah.
And that's why having it here is really good, not only for the league, but also all of the teams within the league.
All right, let's go to women's basketball, because since we last taped, you've let a coach go. Now you're in a coaching search. Where are you on that? And is it as important in a women's situation as it with the men because of the portal to get somebody right away? Is it more important to get the right person? How do you judge that? Because you're in a battle for talent. You're in a battle to retain talent.
Sure.
You're also in a battle of other people who are going to be hiring coaches.
Sure.
How important is it to act quickly?
Well, I think acting quickly is important, but I think like any coaching search, you want to do your due diligence and get it right. I really, really love the candidates that we've targeted and that we're talking to, and I'm really excited about whichever one of those rises up and gets this job. I have no doubt that they're going to be successful and know how to win, not only in this league but in this region.
Much easier to recruit this time around or 4 years ago?
Oh, it's not even close. I mean, our facility's done. I mean, look, I think Coach Kennedy did a really good job. He was, in a lot of areas. I mean, if people remember what it was like when he took over. And
six wins was a big year.
Yeah, but he got it. He got the train on the track, and he came when it was Burton Coliseum. This building wasn't done yet, and didn't have the tournament here, et cetera, et cetera. So this job right now is a very, very coveted job in women's basketball.
So you're excited about
I'm really excited
for the women's job.
I am really, really excited.
Okay, so when we come back, Chris Grant will join us. We're going to talk to him about the tournament here, about the rise in the talent in the conference, and about baseball fourth in the country.
How about that?
Unbelievable.
All about the commission.
When we come back on Poke Nation.
Whether it's an injury case, a property case, or a business dispute, our lawyers are at the top of their game. Ask anyone who knows us. At Veron Bice, we don't enter popularity contests. The only ratings we care about are the verdicts we've obtained for our clients. Ask anyone who knows us.
Well, it's game day at the Legacy Center, and the McNeese Cowboys are warmed up and ready to play. Cowboys have a new player this year, number 22, Katie Ferdinandson. This girl loves basketball and McNeese so much she can't wait to get out on the floor. And we're off. Shoemate tips the brewer, and there goes Katie.
Ferdinandson Financial Group supports the McNeese Cowboys.
From the outside, you may not be able to tell, but once you get inside, you'll know instantly. Ray's Lounge on Ryan Street is your place. Ray's Lounge is the place where good working people of Lake Charles come to relax after work. Enjoy daily specials, live music at night, all in a comfortable neighborhood atmosphere. Make sure you step inside Ray's Lounge. It's your place.
The Cowboys are going to do some really big things. Really big.
McNeese athletes bring big energy, big plays, and big spirit to every game. That's why Lakeside is proud to be such a huge fan. We're a hometown team too, in the business of backing big dreams across our community every day. And we always bank on big wins with McNeese Sports. Go big with Lakeside and McNeese.
New to Lake Charles, but not Louisiana, Mockler Beverage has been a leading Anheuser-Busch distributor for over 35 years. Known for an unwavering commitment to quality and service, we're excited to bring our excellence to Southwest Louisiana. Our exceptional portfolio of brands ensures we have the perfect beverage for every taste and occasion. Experience the Mockler difference, where every sip tells a story of excellence and satisfaction. Mockler Beverage, we serve Southwest Louisiana. For more information or to join the team, go to mocklerbeverage.com.
Welcome back to Poke Nation. It is an honor to have Commissioner Grant. Welcome, my friend.
Thanks for having me.
For sure. Hey, listen,
he's dressed. Look at him, he's dressed.
Oh, I mean, look,
I know my role, but you're supposed to be the GQ guy.
Listen, I'm telling you right now, this dude can really dress. Not only is he, I'm telling you, I think he's the best commissioner in the country. For what he inherited to where this is now, no commissioner in the country has done that. But the best thing about him, he is 100% the best dressed. And the most swag. I love it.
Always important.
I swag you out when I come.
I don't swag anybody out. I've got no swag.
All right.
Take it away.
So obviously the conference tournament's here. How is now the second year being in, the third year, I should say, being in Lake Charles? How's it grown within the community? People, to just talk about the growth of the tournament being here.
Right. I mean, the first sign of growth is when everyone comes in and feels like home, right?
Yeah.
So we're doing less and less a focus on, hey, but not McNeese. It's coming to Lake Charles. Everyone's like, no, we're going to Lake Charles. We're going to McNeese. We're going to celebrate. That's a testament to you and the hospitality you and your staff, the city, what they've been able to do, offer hospitality, and just welcome the folks that's welcoming and showing up and supporting our great student athletes. So for growth-wise, our economic impact is still over again. I think this year we ended up reaching $7.2 million over a 3-year period of time in economic impact, and that was why we wanted to come back. We wanted to help rebuild Lake Charles. This city is thriving. I mean, now getting the end-to-end, the traffic and everything. Some people say it's a negative. That's a positive in any city because it wants to. I want to hear every day. Right? I want to hear every day.
So let me ask you this. So like, you know, when Hope Nation comes in or people look at, like, you guys really come in and basically take over the building. Right? You make it a neutral site. There's a new floor. You know, there's drapes everywhere. You take the McNeese stuff off. Talk about that process.
Yeah, you know, because it's big when postseason, everyone wants neutrality, right?
Sure.
And we want to prepare our teams, including McNeese, for what it looks like in an NCAA tournament. You don't see all the team logos, this and that. Right. They're blacking it out. And so we want to provide that first-class experience. We use the same floor as NCAA is using, obviously, in the back of the house, the practice time. So down to the team, cheerleaders, the amount of them you bring to the gym, that's all NCAA regulated. So our teams are thriving off of that. And, obviously, we've had a lot of success here at McNeese through the tournament. But even our women's team that hasn't been McNeese have been showing success and preparing for the next level.
Now, it's not been a lot of women's games, 2 games, but they were close.
Yeah.
Your 4 men's games have been outstandingly close.
A lot.
Including last night's overtime Nichols win. The interesting thing about that is there's a lot of parity, it seems, in the league, with the exception of obviously 19-1 McNeese, but they've had a lot of close games. A lot of young, good coaches in this league. One of the things that always is a problem in a mid-major league is when you have a bunch of young, good coaches is retaining young, good coaches.
Right.
We've seen facilities kind of upgrade at places. What about the finances behind that? Have people caught on that basketball is a quicker way than football to get in? Are you seeing kind of a shift?
We are, and that's a testament to Heath's leadership.
We don't do that. We don't do that.
When we talk basketball in our room, right, Heath Shorter is a voice. And we need that. We needed that leadership because it wasn't like that always. It was a football conference way back when. We had a lot of baseball influence. Basketball is just, hey, roll the balls out. Now we're intentional in everything we do from scheduling and in regards to, what it looks like when we go to those facilities. Like, hey, you might not have the best facility. How you provide that first-class experience, digital locker room, so on and so forth. And 3, an investment in coaches, right? Like you said, a lot of young talent. Will Wade has made the Southland an attainable destination for those high mid-major coaches that want to go to the next level. And so we're thrilled about that. And once we'll start having success, we start seeing everyone else elevate. You said parity. Let's talk about the upgrade in the league, going to the 21st ranked conference. Now, once when I came in, we were 30th in the country, 2021 and 22 actually. And so this that growth over time. It shows where our schools have invested. Our 9th place team could have got in UTRGV. They went 16 and 13 this year. Right? You mentioned we might have 44 21 teams.
Never had
that.
Big.
Right. It's never had a team that's won 16 and 13 and never been in the tournament.
No, usually we're talking about 10-win teams.
Absolutely.
Getting in. Not even 10 and 10. It'd be an 8 and 10.
For sure.
I think some teams got in at 8 and 10. And the interesting thing about it to me is now you're seeing the facilities being built. Corpus is putting an on-campus facility in, which is because they have a downtown facility. It's pretty nice,
right,
but they want to get somebody on campus. East Texas A&M, they're doing it. So they see the investment coming. They're seeing investment and a return on the investment. Right?
We are, and then you add in Stephen F. Austin. You add in UTRGV and what they've done out there already. Our other ADs are seeing that and say, hey, this is what we need to be competitive. And we've shown the model here at McNeese and with their success that, hey, if you build it, they'll come. And that's the only way right now for an FCS mid-major conference that you can bring revenue in your doors. It's because you win here, you win in a tournament, you bring home that unit first year all to your organization. So paying for coaching salaries, paying for stage upgrade, and then, of course, the donors and sponsorship come as well.
But, I mean, I think the fact that SFA came back into the league thinking, we're back in the same league. They're not here.
They're not here.
So they went, this isn't the same league. I've talked to some of the people there saying this is not the same league.
And some of the fans are here all week still. This is scouted out and see what it could be.
Other women are here, but
so they'll show up tonight.
It's an interesting take. All right, I want to ask you before he leaves, because he doesn't know this sport very well, but baseball is up to fourth.
How about
the fourth best conference in the country, ahead of the Big Ten.
Yes.
That's an amazing stat.
It is, and it's something that I preached when I came in the door, because coming from the Pac-12, I always tell our coaches, you got to go play in the South.
Is there a Pac-12?
It's coming back, but wow, yes. Shots fired.
You had to get that right.
Yeah. And so, because all the games are here, and our coaches are trying to realize those midweek games, you can't schedule the cupcakes. We want to play the best, right? Our fans want to see it, TV wants it. Our student athletes come here because they have those opportunities. So we're winning those midweeks now, winning a lot of those non-conference series, scheduling, and that's where we are. Now the proof's in the pudding. Now we have to keep it going. And just like basketball, it's probably about 4 or 5 teams that have elevated, that will actually keep us there. And I'll say probably top 7, top 8 RPI.
Yeah, you got a chance to get 2 teams in.
Yeah, agreed. It's a good year.
It's a good year.
Yes.
When we come back on Poke Nation, we'll have more with the commissioner after this.
Whether it's an injury case, a property case, or a business dispute, our lawyers are at the top of their game. Ask anyone who knows us. At Veron Bice, we don't enter popularity contests. The only ratings we care about are the verdicts we've obtained for our clients. Ask anyone who knows us.
Well, it's game day at the Legacy Center, and the McNeese Cowboys are warmed up and ready to play. Cowboys have a new player this year, number 22, Katie Ferdinand. This girl loves basketball and McNeese so much she can't wait to get out on the floor. And we're off. Shoemate tips the brewer, and there goes Katie.
Ferdinand Financial Group supports the McNeese Cowboys.
From the outside, you may not be able to tell, but once you get inside, you'll know instantly. Ray's Lounge on Ryan Street is your place. Ray's Lounge is the place where good working people of Lake Charles come to relax after work. Enjoy daily specials, live music at night, all in a comfortable neighborhood atmosphere. Make sure you step inside Ray's Lounge. It's your place.
The Cowboys are going to do some really big things. Really big.
McNeese athletes bring big energy, big plays, and big spirit to every game. That's why Lakeside is proud to be such a huge fan. We're a hometown team too, in the business of backing big dreams across our community every day. And we always bank on big wins with McNeese Sports. Go big with Lakeside and McNeese.
New to Lake Charles, but not Louisiana, Mockler Beverage has been a leading Anheuser-Busch distributor for over 35 years. Known for an unwavering commitment to quality and service, we're excited to bring our excellence to Southwest Louisiana. Our exceptional portfolio of brands ensures we have the perfect beverage for every taste and occasion. Experience the Mockler difference, where every sip tells a story of excellence and satisfaction. Mockler Beverage, we serve Southwest Louisiana. For more information or to join the team, go to mocklerbeverage.com.
No Heath Schroyer for this segment, so I get to be back to being the second best dressed guy on the stage.
There we go.
All right, Mr. Commish.
Yes.
Giving you a lot of credit for what you've done the last couple of years, but I want to ask you some things about that's coming up.
Okay.
First of all, expansion.
Yes.
Where are you in expansion? Do you want expansion? You've won the war with the WAC, as I like to say.
It wasn't much of a war.
No, it wasn't. We won't get into that. You think I take shots? But you get into that, and where are you with expansion? What have you seen? Who have you talked to? And is there really a desire to expand at this moment?
You know, I'm glad you said a key word, expansion. Last 2 years we've been talking about realignment, right?
Yeah.
They're trying to go find members. With expansion, now we're receiving those phone calls. We have three regional members within our footprint that have interest. Our membership, and the way we talk about it, let's just not take people to take people. Has to be some intentionality, has to be a good fit, the academic and athletic piece. And I think they fit one of those, but where we want to go as a league, we don't want to disrupt the goodwill we have in our room right now. Athletic directors and presidents, SWAs, our council has never been so tight-knit. And we're just now integrating those two members from last year. So at some point, we got to, say we're good until really, because when I talk to ESPN or some of our folks, I like, does it add value, right? And so financially and with that doing exposure-wise, no, we'll get those games. We do want to schedule games. We can do that. So for the foreseeable future, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But right now, we're not actively seeking new members.
Well, the thing is that when this league got into problems, is it was just picking to pick and trying to fill. instead of making smart decisions.
Exactly.
So,
Right.
UNO situation.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll be back next year? Where are they? Are you scheduling as if they're going to be back?
Yes, we're scheduling as if they are a 12th member of this league, right? Not at 12, but still part of the 12.
Yeah.
And so, president, athletic director in town yesterday over at the Seed Center for meetings, and it went great. You know, they're talking about, hey, enrollment will basically stay level where it is now, and from there, they're excited to do more partnerships with the city. Hopefully, bring some more encouragement or excitement to that campus.
Try to get some interest
Right.
in the campus.
Now, some
back.
Master P's coming.
Yeah, well, that's an interesting thing. It's a weird day to announce it, the day that everything else came out. But is there a push to go to 22 games or 20 or?
There is a push to go to 22. We will be at 22 basketball games next year. Now we're just trying to work that out because, yes, we're regional, but you can create some bad bus trips by trying to get some because facility conflicts, things of that nature. So with those 22.
But it's a fair.
Yeah, no unbalanced scheduling.
Scheduling.
We had probably a couple teams go 3-0 in a set. That's we had a tiebreaker this year. Had to figure it out. Next year, straight down, head to head.
Yeah, there you go.
Right?
So that's one of the things I want to. Football-wise, we talked a little bit about retaining basketball and getting basketball. Football's more expensive to kind of build up.
It is. Yeah.
And it's a little harder to do because unlike, everybody talks about the North Dakotas and that.
Right.
You have both mid-majors and majors you're fighting with for talent.
Right.
Where they don't. They're the only ones in their state. How hard is that to kind of fight with, especially now when your good players get poached?
They get poached every year, and our retention is the toughest part of the job. And I don't envy the head coaches for trying to accomplish that. But we've had a lot of success of sophomore, juniors retaining them. And so you'll see, I said, our all-conference teams now, it's just a recruiting book for all those group of 5 and MPS conferences. What's good for them, but as much as we may lose, we actually attract a lot more in because guys want to play now. And everyone in junior, senior year, they need tape, and we get a lot of better talent. And so where we have failed is not really securing the interior. So, but I think we're getting better now in interior defensive line and offensive line, and that's how we compete nationally. Big Sky, Reserve Valley football company. We get those down. We have skill positions. We have the quarterbacks, but now we got to get better at training.
Well, we don't always have the quarterbacks here. Let's remember that.
You had a good one here.
It's an issue.
Injuries happen.
But it's an interesting battle because you get somebody that's good for 2 years, and they're gonna get seen by the LSUs. They get seen by the Louisiana Lafayette's. They can afford more. When you get to NIL and when you see what's coming down, are some of the rules changing to get kind of? Is it about retaining?
Yeah.
Is it about getting kids to commit? Are contracts possibilities?
Yeah, and we've actually floated it out to the athletic directors. They all have a template now that we've all agreed to in the league to use for NIL opportunities. Now, especially what's happening with Dallas. What's happening is coaches they don't necessarily coming in unless quarterbacks at the high level football, but their efforts are used for retention, to your point, because the community grows around those guys to stay and they're loyal to the university, and it's a lot easier to fundraise for that than it is to say,
I think it's more important on this level than it is at the bigger level.
100%.
Upstairs, it's about the uniform. Here, it's about knowing the kids getting out, and kind of being a part of the community in general. All right, I want to get into we got into a little bit of baseball last night.
Okay.
Can you get 2 teams into baseball, do you think?
We can get 2 teams in, and I want to say will, but we got to stay healthy throughout the year. The baseball guys have to be great to us. So I don't want to get ahead of ourselves where we are. I'll tell you, each week you watch, though. It's like, okay, midweek, we'll see where they end up. I mean, UTRGV comes up, knocks off Dallas Baptist, right?
Yeah.
And then, this weekend, Southeastern goes over, knocks off Memphis in the series up until taking out not only Group of 5, but also the Power 4 too. And so our teams any given night are prepared. Now it's about the exposure opportunities and staying healthy throughout the year. We talked about investments earlier. That's another area in our league. As actors, Happy Athletic Trainers Month, the athletic trainers in our league, they actually keeping all our guys, they have bandwidth now. So they have teams, more regional hospital partnerships that are keeping our student athletes healthy. That it's been kind of a failure in this past previously because we didn't have the resources. We had grad assistants, and I'm not saying that's bad, but they're learning on the fly. Now we have professionals for every team.
Last question before we let you go is this, as quick as you can, are you surprised with how many guys you got in the portal to play basketball here from the top conferences?
Yes, and we talk about coaches though. Our coaches, young coaches, and their relationships, but it's amazing when you start. Because now, when I'm watching the kid, I'm looking to say, okay, where'd they come from?
Yeah,
right? It's a transfer, but it's been amazing. But it also shows opportunities in the Southland. Like those Monday nights,
do so much for our
play one
culture.
good year here,
Right.
there's
There
money
you
to
go.
be made.
Exactly right. And our coaches are fine with that.
Yeah.
Because they're leaving it better than they found it, and the next person of a high caliber will come in and do the same thing. So it's been good. It's a really good year for talent in the league.
It is. It's a huge year. Commissioner, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me. Always.
Well, Heath will be
Love
back.
Lake Charles, yes.
We'll have to bring Heath back here in a minute. When we come back on Poke Nation.
At Veron Bice, we don't enter popularity contests. The only ratings we care about are the verdicts we've obtained for our clients. Ask anyone who knows us.
Oh, we're back. Your relationship with the commissioner, obviously you guys, I say, helped save the league and all that, but what do you think? Where is it?
I think he is, I'm a little bit biased, but you look at what he inherited, okay, and to where this league is now, in any category, we are so much better off. I think he's the best commissioner in the country. I really believe that. We are fortunate to have him. You know,
keep him.
I hope so. You know, I think that he is he's just amazing. You know, and when you talk to him, the vision he has for this league, the passion he has for the league, he is. The thing about Chris, and you can see this with him, every time you're with Chris, he makes you feel like you're the only one in the room. He's an unbelievable communicator. He's a great leader. He's a visionary, and this league we wouldn't even have a league if it wasn't for Chris Grant.
Well, probably him and you.
I mean, he gets all the credit. The Southland, as it is now, it would not exist if it wasn't for Chris Grant.
Hey, football started today.
Yeah.
Actually today or Tuesday now as we're taping. But very interesting year because you bring Matt Viator back, first time on the sidelines as a head coach here in 9 years.
Yeah.
What's kind of your vibe for that?
You know what? I'm really excited to have Matt back. Coach Viator, I think, is going to do a phenomenal job. He's excited to be back. He's really, really excited to get back on the field. And I'm telling you right now, we have the right guy, and I couldn't be happier.
The baseball situation in the conference.
How about that?
You're fourth. You're ahead of the Big Ten. You're fourth in the country.
Yep.
And you're 4-2.
I know.
It's an amazing thing to see. You're 4-2, but you're also 11-3 as a team.
Coach Hill is he's a consistent winner. You know, our pitching this year is off the charts. If Poke Nation hasn't came out to Joe Miller Ballpark, they're missing out. We have a really, really good team. But our league is phenomenal. Right now, we're fourth in the country. I don't know if we can stay there, but baseball in this league is really healthy. And
it's a really good league. It's always been a decent baseball league.
Absolutely.
But it's a really good league. Last question for you before we get out of here is there's nothing you guys can physically do to keep Will Wade financially. So when you look at it, when you look at all the things around you, eventually you're going to lose it, but you have put this place in a place where this is a coveted job.
It is a coveted job. But make no mistake, you know, our first choice is Will Wade and to keep Coach Wade. But, you know, at the end of the day, you know, he knows that we have a good job here, and he's going to be very patient and make sure that he takes a job that he has an opportunity to win a national championship. The alignment with the president and AD are right. Their commitment to basketball is right for whatever league they're in. But he has made this, and he has shown what McNeese can do for men's basketball. And hey, look, we're all hopeful, but look, at the end of the day, you know, Coach is an amazing man, and we are fortunate to have him. And but this is a very coveted job, and my job is to put the pieces in place for whenever he leaves, and let's hope it's a year or so down the road that we can sustain this level of success.
But this is a big week for you guys. Obviously, it'll be all done by the time this airs, but you want to see this building filled.
Yes.
You need to see it.
We need to see this building filled. You know, March Madness is a special time. You know, Lake Charles in Southwest Louisiana doesn't know how fortunate I think it is to be able to host the conference tournament.
Nobody else in the country does it.
No one else in the country has this, and you know, I'm excited for the semifinals tonight, and obviously, hopefully, the finals tomorrow.
Next week on Polk Nation, we hopefully will know where we're going, who we're playing, if we're playing. All that'll be decided by this weekend. We'll see you next time on Polk Nation.